The conflict in Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo is escalating. M23 rebels, backed by Rwanda, have taken control of Goma in North Kivu. This follows months of tension and violence in the region. Despite calls for a ceasefire, fighting continues in South Kivu. Leaders from the Southern African Development Community and the East African Community met in Tanzania. They discussed restoring peace and opening humanitarian corridors. The leaders also directed military chiefs to create a security plan for Goma. M23 had previously declared a ceasefire, but resumed attacks shortly after. Rwanda has faced accusations of supporting M23 with weapons. These allegations have been ongoing for years. Rwanda denies these claims, asserting it acts in self-defense. M23 claims to fight for the rights of ethnic Tutsis in the DRC. Critics argue M23 is seizing territory and resources, causing mass displacement. M23 captured the coltan-rich area of Rwanda last year. The group generates revenue from mining operations in the region. Since January, nearly 3,000 people have died due to the conflict. The United Nations reports that 237,000 people have been displaced this year. The DRC government has cut diplomatic ties with Rwanda. Protests in Kinshasa have seen crowds burn images of Rwandan President Paul Kagame. The roots of this conflict date back to post-colonial power struggles. The aftermath of the 1994 Rwandan genocide also plays role. Hutu extremists fled to the DRC, leading to the formation of Tutsi militias. M23 emerged from a previous rebellion in 2009. The group accuses the DRC of failing to integrate Tutsis into the military. After a dormant period, M23 resumed attacks in 2022. Evidence suggests Rwanda provides military support to M23. A UN report indicated Rwandan troops operated in the DRC last year. Despite this, Rwandan President Kagame denies knowledge of troop movements. The leader of M23, Sultani Makenga, has ties to the Rwandan military. M23 has been accused of serious human rights violations. Calls for Rwandan forces to withdraw from the DRC are growing. Analysts argue that sustained pressure is necessary to address the crisis. The DRC's reliance on foreign troops complicates the situation. Rwanda's involvement in the DRC is often linked to mineral wealth. The region is rich in resources like coltan, vital for technology. M23 controls mining territories and export routes. Reports indicate the group earns substantial income from these operations. The UN has documented Rwandan soldiers fighting alongside M23. The recent conflict has seen M23 advance towards Bukavu. The group has captured towns near the city. President Tshisekedi of the DRC has vowed to respond militarily. However, experts doubt M23 can capture Kinshasa. Diplomatic talks have largely sidelined M23. The failure of leaders to attend peace talks is concerning. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has called for foreign troops to leave. The DRC has relied heavily on international forces for support. The UN peacekeeping mission is in the process of withdrawing. This withdrawal has left a security vacuum in the region. Analysts warn that continued reliance on foreign troops is risky. DRC's military capabilities must be strengthened to address threats. If hostilities persist, a humanitarian crisis looms. The UN has cautioned that the situation could worsen. The crisis in the DRC is a regional issue requiring urgent attention. Without decisive action, peace in the Great Lakes region remains elusive. The international community must address the underlying issues. The conflict is not just a local problem, it has far-reaching implications. The people of the DRC face dire circumstances amid ongoing violence.